This channel is primarily me playing games, but I plan on doing more design-based projects in the future. There may be more Pokemon gyms, though there will be a variety of things, though it will take time to see them all. I am another person disappointed by the gyms in Pokemon lately. Sword and Shield did not bring enough that was new and exciting, even though I can appreciate the idea of their gym puzzles. Scarlet and Violet were extremely lacking without level scaling for true free roaming, but on top of this, following the recommended path is lopsided. Gym 3 Iono has 4 Pokemon, but Kofu Gym 4 reduces himself to 3 Pokemon, and the gym puzzles range from deliver a wallet to yoga. It's disappointing. Well, I'm here to provide a full gym experience, where some contemporaries only provide a gym leader team, which they are very great at crafting. I will go over the puzzle, the trainers and their Pokemon, a description of the leader and their team, and their overall relevance, as well as the TM and HM received for your victory. I will only cover the gym leader's team if you battle them as Gym 1 and Gym 8, as well as a rematch team. I will not create a Fakeamon for the leader to have as an ace. There are only 3 flying type gyms, and I want more, so I decided this would be a flying type gym, though it does have a secondary water typing, the most populous leader type. I realize how weak they are to the electric type when put together, but it matches the theme so well. Regardless, water covers the flying type's weakness to rock, and flying covers water's weakness to grass. For the gym puzzle, you will navigate waters by rowing a boat. Think of it like Alola's Mantine Surf, although if this were a top-down game, it would be more similar to Marlin's gym from Black and White 2. While paddling around, players will have to avoid obstacles like rocks, driftwood, Pokemon, and other boats. If players run into a Pokemon, they will initiate a wild battle. If they run into a boat piloted by a trainer battle will be initiated. These wild Pokemon will be various water and flying types. As for the trainers, some Pokemon they use would be Mantine, Barbaracle, and Pelipper. I only drew headshots for the trainers and gym leader due to time and skill restrictions, but hopefully it is understood what the theme is now, if you ignore the title in the corner. Meet the captain of the crew. This gym doubles as entertainment, putting on carnival-like shows for spectators or hosting pirate-themed birthdays. Captain is an entertainer at heart, despite his imposing size of 6 foot 3 inches. He created his troupe not just for his love of amusement, but to give work to any struggling individual, to get them on their feet. Upon defeating him in a gym battle, he gives the player the HM Surf and the TM Hurricane. There is a reason he does not give the HM Fly. Wait for a potential future video. After the battle, Captain will offer to boat the player to a list of ports across the region. These are slightly different locations to where Fly delivers the player, where Fly takes a player directly to a Pokemon Center. This boat trip will deliver the player to the edge of a city on the water. This alt is a slightly different art of Captain, replacing his fish stash and brows with more boat-like facial hair. If players decide to challenge this gym first on their journey, Captain's team will consist of a white Squawkabilly, which knows Aerial Ace, Torment, and Scary Face, with the ability Intimidate, a Binacle, which knows Mudslap, Clamp, and Smackdown with the ability Tough Claws, and finally a Wattrel, which knows Thundershock, Air Cutter, and Charge, with the ability Volt Absorb. It also holds a sharp beak to boost Air Cutter's power. I wanted every team member to have one non-attack move, but for Binacle, I felt it was important that it knew a rock move with Stab as well as a move to take advantage of Tough Claws. Here we get into the Gym 8 team. We start with a blue Squawkabilly. After all, it is very much like a parrot. This thing's job is mostly to be an annoyance. In the rematch, it will hold a Focus Sash to take advantage of Reversal, despite its defense of 51, and hopefully smack back hard. Our second member is a seabird. Pelipper is the perfect candidate to set up the rain with drizzle, making it last longer on the rematch with its damp rock. In the rain, it can also take advantage of Weather Ball, which I felt was appropriately strong. In looking at its move pool, I found Pelipper learns Seed Bomb and Soak, potentially devastating combo I've never seen used in a gym before. In fact, I don't think I've seen it used anywhere before. Similar to Pelipper, Kilowattrel is a seabird, specifically the frigate bird, and a good candidate as our third member, being able to take advantage of Soak if Pelipper goes down fast. Kilowattrel is equipped with a combo of Tailwind and Wind power, though I'm not sure if they actually affect each other. I have not found any sources on that. Regardless, the boost from Tailwind will provide extra power to Electro Ball and our next slower member. I'm hesitant to have Barbarical, but I allow them due to their relationship to ships. I will go into my hesitance when I go over the rematch team. I feel each move is self-explanatory. Aerial Ace is a necessity to relate to the flying type, and the other two have stab. Our final Gym 8 team member is the Sea Serpent Gyarados, the OG flying water type. A perfect representation of our captain, I think. Unfortunately, Hurricane is the only flying move it can learn, and its special attack is 60. Absurd. So, I made sure it had plenty of physical moves to take advantage of, even though I wanted everyone to have at least one status move. It will hold a Citrus Berry to give it some health, though I've considered giving it a weakness policy because it will undoubtedly be hit with an electric move. If anything, it will hold a berry for the gym battle, but a weakness policy for the rematch. I'm not too smart when it comes to held items, so I'm not sure if any of these for the rematch are too strong or too weak. I feel that the team is solid overall, sticking with the type and theme like glue. Comment a suggestion if you think I screwed something up or if you could do better. But we're not done yet, because Delmise is a ship anchor and perfect for the theme. I decided it was better to not include this guy on the Gym 8 team because I wanted more connection between the trainers and captain with Barbarical. Although Delmise could be a trainer's mon and appear as a wild mon for the puzzle. Maybe. Regardless, for the rematch team, Delmise will take advantage of its only ability, Steelworker, on Anchor Shot. We'll also give it Shadow Claw for that Ghost Stab and a spell tag to boot. This thing should be mean, so it has Toxic and Protect to stall for racking up that extra damage. I have considered replacing Barbarical with a Sharpedo, though I'm hesitant for reasons that will be seen in another video. Anyway, sharks and pirates are associated in media. To me, they are, at least. This guy will dive under the waves and bounce above the clouds. Why can this shark learn bounce? For that dark type stab, it knows Assurance, and to keep the essence of Barbarical, it knows Rock Tomb. And it will hold an Assault Vest to somewhat protect from those electric attacks it will inevitably be hit with, and the ability Ruskin to deal damage back to physical attackers. I think this team is overall pretty good. What do you think, viewer? Again, it is more likely than not that I would switch out Barbarical for Sharpedo, but I have reason to hesitate, as I've said. Last thing we will go over is the relevance to the post game. Gym leaders often don't do anything outside of a rematch, but I think they should. It's neat when they do. Think about Black and White. All of the leaders took part in the main story. Well, since I don't really have a story at the moment, I want them to do something after the fact. Specifically, they unlock events in place of just beating the Elite Four and unlocking everything off rip. I'm thinking the player gets a message from Captain, maybe delivered by a bird, inviting them to a rematch. After defeating Captain's new team, they will be given HM Dive. Then the player will be allowed to explore the main ship's upper and lower deck, as well as the galley. The player will find unique dialogue and a couple trades. For example, one guy might say something like, I recently visited Johto and found this strange looking Magikarp. I think it's sick. You think you can take care of it? Then he'll ask to trade for a Gyarados or something, and in return you get a shiny Magikarp. Neat, right? Anyway, when the player leaves the ship for the first time, Captain will tell the player that there have been reports of sea monsters or some such in the sea. Investigating these sightings with Captain, players will find various water-themed legendaries. In some cases, like Lugia or Kyogre, the player will have to use Dive and explore underwater for the first time since Hoenn. Of course, this is not limited to the seas. Going to various lakes across the region, players can find the three lake spirits. Well, what do you think of these ideas? Don't you agree that gym leaders should have more to do than stand around their gyms all the time? Well, that's my 2 cents for a flying/water type gym anyway, since we haven't had one since Skyla in Gen 5. Thanks for watching.